yesterday. The Crew led 3-1 in the sixth before Jackson Churio added 3 insurance runs.
Churio sitting dead red, the pitch. Line drive! Deep right center! Out of here! A 3-run blast for Jackson Churio, number 16.
The Brew Crew is off until Friday while The Miz and Trevor McGill partake in the All-Star Week festivities down in Atlanta. Freddie Peralta was an All-Star, but he will not pitch in the game.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
One, like, cook-off. Like, with any of the chefs in the Madison area.
Yeah, because they're just focusing on the one bit. If they had to do 150 in a night, and they were randomly selected one of those 150 meals, I think it would be a fair contest.
I think you think way too much of yourself. Because you are good.
Maybe I do.
You are. Because if I flip this and put it into curling terms, you would be mortally offended.
Do it. Flip it into curling terms and offend me, big boy.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I know, I made that one a little bit longer for you, Matt.
Nice.
We are presented by Coors Light. Guys, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I have the power today, at least only for today, because Jim Rutledge comes back tomorrow. But I'm Molly Brown alongside Matt Hamilton. We are in the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studios. Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass. We'll maybe hear from Jim later. I believe that he went to Noah's Ark today.
Oh my gosh. Jim in a water park packed with other people.
Could you imagine?
Like, I would be so embarrassed.
He'd be, I think he's miserable. Does he wear a swim shirt?
Yes.
He for sure does, right?
Jim probably wears a T-shirt with it over his swim trunks, like in addition to.
No. A T-shirt? That's gross.
Like it probably says like Hard Rock. You know what I mean? Like just a shirt that Jim has no affinity for. That he's like, yeah, I could totally ruin this and throw it away after, and I won't feel bad about it.
Or he has like a special like Wisconsin Dells like shirt, from like a tourist shop.
That's not Jim's bag. He doesn't like to overpay for anything.
That's fair. Those shirts are a little pricey in the Dells.
Tourist trap stuff is like, I survived the plunge at the Dells or something. Yeah, you ain't buying that.
I survived the black anaconda.
Yeah.
Well, based off the YouTube videos he was sending us today, it sounds like somebody might not have survived at Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Whatever that
so
meant.
just a little background here. So, Jim, we have a show group chat, and Jim sent us like an SNL skit where it was a guy that died on the top of a water slide, and then the paramedics were like, "Oh, we should take him down the stairs." And they're like, "You're gonna take a dead guy down the stairs?" And they're like, "Oh no, we can't scare the kids. We can't carry this dead man down the stairs. So let's just push him down the water slide."
Yeah.
And I don't know if that means that
I
Jim
bet he panicked at the top. And
yeah,
needed,
that's what I'm wondering. Did he get scared?
To send the dead guy down the water slide.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Who
So
knows?
we need to pick Jim's brain about that. But yeah, I'm curious to hear all the things about Noah's Ark today. But we have some other pressing things to get into. Jordan Love, he was ranked. He is not in the top 10 quarterbacks, according to ESPN. Jacob Mizorowski, everybody knows what's going on with all the All-Star week and
All-Star Jacob Mizorowski?
Yep, all of his participation. But the first thing I want to get into is, Ryan, your weekend. How was your weekend? I saw you were in Chicago. You were at the White Sox game.
I was.
Having some fun with some of our teammates here at ESPN Madison.
Yeah, enjoying some Coors Lights with Pablo Iglesias.
Oh, there you go.
Our ESPN Madison social media king, Prince. I don't know what he prefers to be
King.
called.
We can go King.
Go King.
He's
Because
earned
we
it.
were also with our former ESPN Madison social media queen, Maddie Hayes. down there at the Chicago White Sox games. Got some tickets through our affiliate over there at ESPN Chicago. It was also very cool walking through the stadium, seeing the actual ESPN Chicago daily lineup around the stadium. It felt huge. It was awesome. Much better than the product the White Sox put on the field, but I mean, that is what it is. White Sox games aren't the most entertaining, but it was a fun time. They were celebrating their 2005 World Series team. They had some giveaways. Got there still during the first pitch, which was impressive considering I had left from Madison that morning. Met Maddie in Milwaukee, and we also went down with another teammate of ours in Milwaukee named Dylan. Okay. So it was the four of us just taking in some baseball. It's a great time.
Okay. And did anything else happen besides baseball?
Yeah, you
this
said
weekend?
You were crushing Coors Lights.
We were crushing Coors Lights.
The 1 inning, 1 beer challenge.
Oh, boy.
We did not try
How
to
many
do that.
glizzies did you guzzle as you were drinking some Coors?
I can't say how many I guzzled, but I will say at one point I went up to go get myself some food from the concession stands, and I asked anybody else if they wanted something. And Maddie had asked if she could get ice cream, and Dylan said, no, I'm good. And I came back with a hamburger for Dylan because all I swear to God I heard was Dylan wanted a cheeseburger. So I got him a cheeseburger. And I just told Maddie, sorry, didn't have enough hands. I'll get you your ice cream later.
Wait, so she wanted ice cream and you didn't even get it for her? You just got him the burger?
Because the burger was right next to what I got. I got a turkey club sandwich with some pickles and some potato chips, and they come in like big baskets, so I could only hold two.
A turkey club sandwich at a baseball game?
Dude, the White Sox games, they actually do have incredible concessions. That is their thing.
That's where they got to make their money.
Exactly. And this sandwich had like pimento cheese and bacon on it, and it was like a cranberry harvest wheat bread, and it was $15.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's like a normal lunch.
Exactly. It was fantastic. It was too good to pass up.
You were losing money not buying that turkey
Exactly. I just couldn't pass up any of the concessions all weekend. It was delicious.
Okay. Continue. What else happened this weekend?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so then the funny thing is that Pablo, his family lives down in Chicago. They actually live like a mile from the White Sox stadium, Rate Field, in case you're wondering what it's called.
Rate Field is what it's called?
Rate
neighborhood?
Field. Rate Field.
Oh, Rate Field.
Rate Field is the name of the White Sox stadium.
You confused me.
Used to be Guaranteed Rate, but now it's just Rate Field.
Oh, okay.
Great name, right?
Wow.
Anyways, well, the neighborhood nearby was very nice. That's where Pablo's parents live. So we went over there, and we were going to just hang out a little bit after the game, and then he was going to take us around the neighborhood area, some parts of Southside Chicago. He wanted to show us some of the local, watering holes and such. Get some more Coors Lights possibly later on. Yeah. Who knows?
Hydration's important.
Hydration is key. Hydration is key. But it turned out that never ended up happening because we got to Pablo's parents' place, and what so happened, they were just coming back from a baby shower that night. So they actually had this giant food spread of a bunch of people who made all these different delicious meals. There was like some authentic Italian pasta. There was some, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like a pork schnitzel essentially, where it's almost like ham wrapped in cheddar around almost like chicken tender breading, but it was fantastic.
Yum.
So I'm just plowing through all this food, even including the turkey club I had earlier in the day, which was also delicious, by the way.
Yes.
Just ask anyone at the White Sox game. I was very much enjoying that. But I was still enjoying some more food and maybe guzzling some water by that point, some actual water. But they also had some fine desserts there, including some desserts that, as anyone who listens to the show might know, I have a certain negative reaction to tree nuts and peanuts, and including walnuts, of which were in the
chocolate chip cookies.
Not chocolate chip cookies. I had an oatmeal raisin cookie first, and it was amazing.
Okay,
so good. But then I went a little deeper into the desserts, and there were some. Do you know what Italian cookies are?
Yeah,
yes.
like a biscotti.
Yes.
Oh, I know exactly.
So they had some of those, and I just foolishly did not realize that there might be nuts in something like that. Turns out, of course, there's walnuts in them.
You don't have it ingrained in you for every single thing that you put in your mouth. Does this have? Does this have tree nuts in it?
Come on, Molly.
Does this have nuts in it? Does this have tree nuts? Does this have walnuts?
So I'll say this. Usually, I am very good about that.
Okay.
I'm incredibly good at it. This is the first time in 7 years I've had an allergic reaction to tree nuts.
Okay.
So.
And do you carry an EpiPen?
I carry an EpiPen at all times.
Okay.
At all times, especially when I'm going to a baseball game 3 hours away from home.
Okay.
So I already had the oatmeal raisin cookie, and I was so excited for seconds that I just went up and grabbed another. and I wanted to get the Italian cookie because it looked delicious.
Mamma mia!
Because
biscotti looks delicious.
Because literally, when you look at them, like they just look like almost like brownies with a little bit of like just like glaze on top, right? Like frosting essentially is what they look like. So I'd never in a million years did I think, oh, there'd be nuts in this, because they had like baklava there too, and they had like
which definitely has nuts in
exactly,
it.
which I
really?
immediately
I didn't know that.
I
Yeah.
immediately know like baklava can't have that. That's like made like the
With
centerpiece of that.
pistachios,
Is,
yeah.
Yes, exactly. But then I see the Italian cookies. I'm like, these look delicious. I want to try one. So I start taking so I take a bite into one, and immediately I say to Dylan and Maddie who are there, and I'm just like, this is like the greatest cookie I've ever had.
It's just got a nuttiness I've never tasted for so long.
So that's what it was. I couldn't figure out what the taste was. Like I kept saying to them, God, it's like a cinnamony taste.
Oh
like this
God.
is this is fantastic.
Man, this is great. It's like rich and it's got
Nutty.
a good flavor. The texture is fantastic. I just can't put my finger on the flavor.
Spicy.
But it was so
Tree nutty.
So I keep eating it. I'm like, it's like a pumpkin-y spice type taste. Like it is truly delicious. And then I get to like one of the final bites, and I bite into it, and I'm like, that bite felt very different from the other ones.
That bite felt like a nut.
That bite, there was a distinct like crunch, like snap that came off at the end, where I was like, that is like what I remember nuts tasting like or feeling like in my mouth. So I continue to try to chew it, but then realizing, looking at it, seeing like those definitely look like nuts, because you take the bite and then you can see what's in the rest of it.
Yeah.
So
you got the cross section now.
So in my mind, I'm like, this isn't happening. These weren't nuts, because I'm eating over half this cookie, and I'm like, there was no nuts in it to start. Like it can't be that there's just nuts in this one little corner of this cookie. Like that wouldn't happen.
Like generally how cookies are made, they get stirred with nuts in every single bite.
Well,
like,
see, you're using logic, Molly. There was no logic being used.
You're panicking.
Yeah, he was past logic. He was already some Coors Lights and a really delicious pimento cheese turkey club deep, right?
Everything's under control. Situation normal. We're fine. We're all fine here.
Brain was not at 100% capacity at this moment, is what I'm gathering.
I would say it was at I was at 65% operating capacity.
So what I'm hearing is you bit into this part of the cookie after having half the cookie with no nuts. You bit into it, looked at the crosscut where there's a nut, kept chewing, thinking, I've definitely tasted this the last time I went into anaphylactic shot. I wonder what I should do. Tell me you finished the cookie.
No. So I put it down, and then my heart
what
immediately...
a waste of food.
My heart immediately starts pounding. But I'm like, it's not happening. Like, you're
That's
fine.
just you being anxious, right?
Exactly. That's
you
just
telling
anxiety.
yourself?
It's everything's fine. Everything's under control.
Everything's under control. Situation normal. We're fine.
So I just convinced myself that everything's okay. And then at that point, I start to feel like the similar feelings that I've had in the past. 7 years was the last time this had happened, by the way. I was still in high school. So I start to feel that sensation in the back of my throat. And I immediately, like something's wrong.
From eating the nuts.
From eating the nuts. So I immediately am like, okay, that's not okay. But I think I can make it through. In my mind, I'm like, I can make it through. It was just a little
mind
bit
over
of
matter.
It was just a little bit of walnuts. Like, it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah, exactly. Nut allergies are more of a state of mind than they are an actual physical reaction.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I think your anxiety created this illusion of an anaphylactic shock.
Clearly. So I just say nothing for probably 3 to 5 minutes.
No!
I don't say anything to anyone.
We're like, Maddie, I just ate nuts.
No, so what happened was
Ryan.
Eventually I was like, okay, I should do something about this, but I don't want to cause like a panic. So I'm just like, does anyone like have like some Benadryl? Like just happen to have some Benadryl?
Casually. Anyone have a life-saving drug I could take?
No. So luckily, one of the people there who is Pablo's mom's best friend, who he even said like is his second mother essentially. She's a registered nurse. Her name is Mary Beth. So Mary Beth is immediately like, yeah, I have some Benadryl. Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, just feeling like some maybe some allergies.
No. Why would you be? She's a nurse. Be honest.
No, he's being cool right now. I like where your head's
because
at.
I'm 3 hours away from home. We're supposed to like go out later this night, and I'm like, I can't be having like an allergic reaction where I'm gonna have to go to the hospital and possibly like be in the hospital overnight in Chicago. Like this, I can't have like this can't happen. This cannot happen is what I'm thinking.
I like where your head's at right now.
So I asked for some Benadryl, and then they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, just some allergies. And Maddie, one of my best friends at work and probably my longest friend at work, she immediately clocks us and goes like, "What do you mean you're having allergies? Like, you look fine. You're not having like what? You're gonna have like a reaction to some pollen? We're in Chicago. There's no pollen in Chicago. Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
She's like, "You had a cookie," and I was like, "Yeah, it's whatever.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was really good." And she's like, "Well, what was it like? Was there something in the cookie?" I'm like, "I don't know, maybe." Like, I couldn't really tell, honestly. And there might have been something in there.
Well, how many people are at Pablo's house at this point in time? Like, are there like 15 people? You're I am embarrassed.
They had come after a baby shower, so there was probably at this point like 8-ish people. It was like the 4 of us, Pablo, Maddie, Dylan, and myself, and then his mom and dad.
6.
Maybe 3 or 4 of their friends were there.
Okay,
as well.
so like
But so,
half
like,
the
9
people
to
you
10.
didn't know them.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay, so you're
can't
like,
be seen as a guy who can't have tree nuts at this point. So
Exactly.
you're still trying to tough it out, just casually. Hey.
can't be the guy that
anyone
can't
got
handle nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a spare Benadryl?
I don't want to not be cool.
Trying to party tonight.
So I asked for some Benadryl. Maddie's immediately like, "What's going on? Something's wrong." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, I think there might have been something in that cookie." Like scratching the back of my head, like something might be. Yeah, I might be dying. And then they immediately asked like Pablo's mom, who's like, "I didn't make the cookies. This was all made from like different people who had brought it to a baby shower, and then they just took the leftovers home."
Right.
So then they have to text the person, and she goes, "Yeah, I know. Like she makes them like with ginger specifically." I'm like, "That must be what it is. It's ginger.
Gotta be ginger.
It's ginger." Because I'm like,
Hold that Benadryl. I'm fine.
At that point, I'm immediately like, "Those were just ginger cloves. Those weren't nuts."
Yeah,
Those-
ginger clove. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes,
That's
obvious.
real.
Clearly, obviously.
It's not, but I continue the story. It's amazing.
Thank you.
There's no such thing as a clove of ginger. Continue.
I've convinced myself that ginger cloves are a thing.
Yeah. Okay. And you bit into one.
Yes. So then by that point,
And it was nutty.
By that point, Mary Beth, Pablo's mom's friend, had come back with some Benadryl, and turns out she had like the heavy duty Benadryl. Like,
Nice. The good stuff.
50 milligrams a pill Benadryl.
Yeah. Let's go.
So
Is that a lot? Like I could not tell you the last time that I took Benadryl.
regular over-the-counter Benadryl is probably 15 grams
Oh.
per pill.
Yeah.
Damn, get it.
So he was
Yeah.
Benadryling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I had 2 of them right away. So I'm at 100 milligrams, and then as soon as that happens, like Pablo's mom gets a text back and goes, "Yeah, no, they were nuts. They were walnuts." in those."
Walnuts.
So then immediately, like Maddie just looks to Mary Beth and goes, "You know, why don't you give him another one?" So then by that point, I've had 350
Oh my gosh.
350 milligram Benadryl. So I'm at 150 milligrams, and by that point, we're just looking up hospitals to go to. Right at that very moment, the Bucks signed Cole Anthony, by the way. So I had to make sure to send that to the ESPN Madison group chat.
We're going to win a 6.
Because I know we needed a social media post about it. Because Cole Anthony, big deal.
Yeah. Couldn't stop to think about his life. He decided, check out what the Bucks did.
What does this mean for
Got
Giannis?
the backup point guard from the Magic.
From the Grizzlies,
Or
actually.
the Grizzlies.
The guy the Magic didn't want anymore.
Ah.
So by that point, we're just looking up hospitals. We find the hospital, and by the time we get there, like I can already tell like the swelling is going down in my throat because I've had 150 milligrams of Benadryl. I've had as much Benadryl as they probably would have given me at the hospital.
Now I don't have allergies, thankfully, but how come you just didn't stab yourself with the EpiPen?
Because that EpiPen cost $600, and I did not want to use it, especially for something as dumb as I just didn't ask. What was
Okay,
in the
but like
cookie.
here's the thing: couldn't you have just gone into the bathroom, hid in there, stabbed yourself with the EpiPen, and then walked out and you're good?
Okay, and then
Is
just
that not how it works?
Then just go out in Chicago for the night and just
Yeah?
pretend like everything was fine? Well, no.
Why
Can't-
not?
Because by that point, I'd probably be breaking out into like a full anaphylactic shock, and my whole body would be turning red.
Would it?
Yeah, that's what
happens.
That's what usually happens. Yeah.
So the Benadryl works better? Like if you had an option.
Yeah, I'm just
to me
just
the
packing
EpiPen is
some
like,
up.
you're good. Like that's what it's for.
right.
So if I had a pocket full of Benadryl and a EpiPen in my other pocket and you just ate like a walnut chocolate chip cookie, you'd be like, hey, give me that Benadryl.
Pretty much, yeah. Because in my mind, I'm trying to
Then why
pretend
the
like
hell do you have an EpiPen?
because I'm trying to pretend like everything's
just carry
fine.
Benadryl around.
Because I'm just like Benadryl, like maybe it's just I'm having like I said, it's the pollen, it's in my throat. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to pretend like everything's okay.
Everything's under control.
Okay.
Situation normal.
So then you went to the hospital.
Yep.
Why'd you go to the hospital then if you felt like your throat was fine?
Well, because by the time we got to the hospital, my throat felt like it was fine. But there's also the
It
fact
was
that
closing that whole time getting to the hospital, which is
Yeah.
the crazy part.
Sorry, that was mean.
it's fine. I was very stupid for all of this. But by that point, it's like, well, after the Benadryl wears off, like it could start constricting again. Like it could start swelling. Like that can happen.
Okay.
Depending on how bad the reaction is. So I'm like, I have to stay here. I have to see it through at the hospital.
And how many nuts you took down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But thankfully those were just ginger cloves, not nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
So then by that point, we just wait around in the, ER waiting room for a little while. They get me back there quickly. They check on me, see I'm doing okay. They're like, all right, go back out there, wait again for a bed to open up. By that point, I get to the bed, I'm sitting down. By that point, like, my throat feels completely fine. Like, I'm okay now.
Yeah.
And they can see this. Like, all the nurses are like, okay, you seem like you're not really breaking out into hives. You're not breaking out into red rashes or anything like that. Like, this is a pretty mild reaction. But they knew I was reacting to tree nuts. So they're like, how are you okay? And I'm like, well, my friend's mom gave me, like, 150 milligrams of Benadryl. And they're like, oh. Like, I'm honestly shocked you're still awake right now. I'm like, so am I.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Benadryl knocks you out.
Benadryl puts you to sleep quick.
Yeah.
I ended up staying up the entire night. I ended up staying up until about 1:45 that morning.
Did you go out after?
We did not go out. We decided instead that it would be better to just go back to Milwaukee for the night after we got up from the hospital. I was only there for like about 2 hours, honestly. So we got out there at like 10:15, and we were going to leave Chicago around 10:30. Initially, we were supposed to get back to the Milwaukee area around 12:15. Ended up getting back at 1:45 because standstill traffic on I-94 all the way back home. So
Goodness.
It was pretty hot. Yeah, so just sat awake in the back of the car as Maddie drove us home, just trying to make sure she could stay awake. So just continuing to talk to her while fighting an invisible boxer as I was trying to keep my head from falling asleep.
So, no offense, but like, kind of a buzzkill.
It was a huge buzzkill.
Yeah, you ruined the entire weekend in Chicago.
And that's really what it is. It's like, I don't want to be the reason like tonight's ruined. I don't want to like be the reason we have to go to the hospital and like mess up all the plans we had for the night out in Chicago on Saturday night. Like, I didn't want to be that guy.
I can't believe you didn't get after it after the hospital. That just seems like something that like you and the rest of the crew would do.
At that point, I think we all were like, you know what? I think we're kind of like done for the night. Like after being at the hospital.
You know what? Ryan almost died. We should probably go.
Honestly,
yeah, it was a little bit of a
nothing kills the
buzzkill.
mood like a quick visit to the hospital. I'm with Ryan. Like after spending 2 hours there, I don't know if I'd be like, who wants a Coors Light?
Yeah, it was pretty done. There are no turkey pimento sandwiches anymore.
So if you came in into the emergency room and like you were red and panicked and everything, like are they taking you back right away, or are they just like, you can wait?
If I was in that state where I was like red and panicked, honestly, if that was the case, we would have just called an ambulance and would have come picked me up and put me. Like I've had that experience before, and yeah, that's when they just bring you in the ambulance. And
that's crazy.
They just immediately like wheel you to the back and stuff. But I was, like I said, I was in like a very mild, severe reaction. Is how I was justifying it in my mind at the time.
844-770-3776. Have you ever had a near-death experience? That is the Carpless Talking text line. I want to hear from you. Jeremiah in Madison says, nope, Molly's right. He could have just gone to the bathroom and been fine. Now, granted, I don't have allergies, so I do not know. And then Rick from DeForest says, Molly, Matt, allergies are really back off my guy, Wooly. Anaphylactic can happen at any age. So, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, clearly.
I do not have allergies, so I cannot speak. I'm not making fun of you. I do just think it's a funny story. But
something as innocent as a cookie. Taking down our top producer at ESPN Madison.
I just don't know how, if you, like, I'm sorry, that was a really bozo move by you, like, for being honest. Like, if you are that allergic to foods and, like, there's a potential you could die if you eat a nut, like, you should be checking every ingredient, especially when it comes to, like, picnic food or whatever it is, like, party food. You should be like, oh, what's in this?
100%. But it was ginger cloves, obviously, Molly.
Ginger cloves.
Ginger cloves. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbus Talking text line. That is your way into the show. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Matt, I'm sure you have, and I want to hear from you next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you, like, I don't mean this in a mean way, but, like, you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So,
you
like,
have beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton is Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Whether you go to the Madison or Middleton location, you're going to run into either Garrett, Devin, Ruth, or Scott Chalmers, and you're going to have an opportunity to work with one of their great custom jewelers. So if you're looking for a custom piece of jewelry and you want to make sure it's the best in the area, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road or visit PellaWI.com today.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out the all-new 2024 Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
Pat Costello, not Mahomes. Go ahead.
So if Mahomes only wins one more title, would we look at it as disappointing?
Stop. Please stop.
Yeah, I would say that's disappointing.
Oh, what?
I would say that's disappointing.
Because he's
based on how he started. Based on how he started, that would be disappointing. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It'd be disappointing.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. We are asking you because Primetime Wollersheim almost died this weekend because he ate walnuts.
Took his breath away.
Ginger cloves. Molly.
Ryan is claiming that they were ginger cloves to make himself feel better about ruining him and his friends' experience in Chicago by making them go home early, didn't get to go out to the bars.
Hang out at the hospital.
Yep, hang out at the hospital for a couple hours. And if you missed any of that conversation, you can listen back on the brand new, all free, ESPN Wisconsin app. Go download that in the App Store. But we are asking you, 844-770-3776, we are asking you for your near-death experience. Let's get out to Rick in DeForest.
Matt, Molly, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Great.
Awesome. Matt, why haven't you worn the Jordan Love jersey that I bought you?
Okay. I wore it a lot during the season last year. But you're right. This summer.
Training camp next week.
Yeah, next week we'll be at Lambeau.
It's coming up. But near-death experience. Anaphylaxis, if I spoke it correctly.
Anaphylactic.
Matt, help me out.
Anaphylactic.
Yep. Can happen at any time, at any given age. I used to eat fish all the time. And one time that I was at a restaurant and had a bite of fish, and it made my neck swell up so bad. And they said, well, you're allergic to fish. Well, I ate fish my entire life. And they said, well, it can come on at any time in your life. Back to the peanut allergy. Wooly, I feel for you.
Thank you.
Yep. And it can happen at any time in your life, apparently.
That's true.
That is scary.
What type of fish was it? Do you remember?
It was perch. Yeah, perch. And
top
I
tier
eat
fish fry
perch.
fish too.
Right.
Now, Rick, I don't want to dox you, but like you work at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Like,
yeah,
it does like the airborne. Like, it's not airborne for you. You're perfectly fine.
It's totally fine.
Weird.
And I have an EpiPen that was yes, exactly. But I also have a best friend who cannot walk into a place that serves seafood because he's the other tier.
Yeah.
And
They're
of
really allergic to shellfish, right?
Yes. And I can have shellfish. I just can't have fish.
All fish now? Have you've experimented, or are you just like one
No.
and done? That's it.
Matt, it was definitely one and done. Trust me.
Yeah, we don't need another near-death experience story.
No. And my girlfriend at the time was like, hey, what's going on with your head? And I was like, well, it's big enough, And she's like, no, it's swelling. And I'm like, okay, totally normal. Not normal at the time.
Okay.
Well,
so
thanks
you also tried to play it cool for a moment and then realized
Yeah.
I should probably
I
just go to the
did.
hospital and ruin my friend's night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girlfriend was like, well, you can't speak anymore. And I was like,
Sounds like a dream for
okay.
most girlfriends.
Let's go.
Thanks for the call, Rick. We appreciate it.
All right, Molly, Matt,
See ya.
wear the jersey.
Wear the jersey.
Wear the
Matt.
jersey tomorrow.
Wooly.
Tomorrow.
Wooly.
Yep.
Wooly. Hey, keep an EpiPen on your hands.
EpiPen was on me. I just said, I
Just didn't use
I was
it.
too afraid to use it. Is all it was, Rick. The moral of the story for anyone out there with a nut allergy, or a fish allergy,
It
like
is.
mine or Rick's,
It is.
don't play around.
And no, don't.
That could be a costly cookie.
It could be, or a fish cake, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
How good was that perch, though, Rick? It probably tastes pretty good.
The perch was amazing, and it's always amazing. But at the same time, when you can't talk and you look like you touched
You look
the
like a
tsetse
blowfish?
fly, yeah, or it got bit by the tsetse fly.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't good.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
Thanks for the call, Rick.
Yep. All right, take care, guys.
Oh, my gosh. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbos Talking text line. That is your way into the show. Have you had a near-death experience? Matt, do we want to get to Matt's, or do we got to get to Jim? What do we got to do? We can do some on-air producing right
I don't
now.
know. Jim Rutledge doesn't respond to my texts these days.
That's okay. He's ghosting you. Matt, tell us your near-death experience.
Yeah, so mine happened in my construction era of my life.
Oh, boy.
So for 1 year, I worked HVAC on a building downtown Madison, 5 or 6 story building, right? HVAC is the ductwork, right, for everything. So what we would do is there's a gate at the edge of the building that you would go inside, you'd put a harness on, clip into the harness and a safety line, and then you take the boards off of the gate so they could bring these giant 1,000, maybe 2,000 pound carts full of ductwork to the floor where they need to go. So then we could take them off the forklift that's lifting them up, and we could move them around the building on the floor that they're supposed to be. Don't have to deal with stairs. Don't have to worry about using an elevator, because at the time the elevators weren't even running yet. So you just had this forklift that lifted this giant cart. You could park your car and a couple motorcycles in it. It was huge. So I was a pre-apprentice at the time, where So I was kind of like grunt guy. Like, you did the work that no one else wanted to do. While all the other journeymen and stuff were putting up duct work, I would be getting the duct work. So me and another pre-apprentice went over, clipped it, put our harnesses on, clipped in. I'm signaling the guy to, like, raise the forklift to get it to, like, the right level because, you know, with hand signals and, like, up and down, whatever.
Yeah.
We get it to the edge of the building. And mind you, we're on the 4th floor at this point. And, you know, the forklift, unless it puts it down perfect and then, you know, drops it down just a little bit, like, it's really hard to, like, get them off the fork sometimes. So I'm kind of, like, grabbing it and pulling it, right? So I've got 2 feet braced on the ground, pointing towards this 4-story, 45, 50-foot fall. I'm like bracing against it and then pulling the cart, right? So if my feet slip, I'm going off the building.
Oh, God.
Right?
Okay, I'm starting
so
to
we
sweat.
pull this cart off, right? Put the gates back on, and I go to unclip my harness, and I was never clipped in. Like, again, I never slipped. It wasn't that close.
But if you did.
But if I did, I would have assumed my safety harness would have caught me, and I would have fallen 45 feet, and who knows.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, so, like, it wasn't like I even slipped and was, like, hanging onto the edge. It's not even, like, dramatic like that. It was more, I was working, and it literally, like, I was shook for that rest of that day because I knew, like, how close I could have been. And, like, the whole pulling the cart, I never would have pulled the cart. I would have just kept signaling to the guy until he, like, shook the forks free from the cart, essentially. Instead, I was like, oh, we'll just muscle it off because we're all clipped in. What's the worst that could happen?
So then I bet you literally were checking your clip every single time after
Oh, my
that.
gosh, yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
That's
Like,
so
I
scary.
did not forget that again.
That's so scary.
That was my slightly wild experience. I probably have some other ones, but aren't good for the radio. That one was the safest.
If only you had an EpiPen the whole time, you would have been.
Yeah, an EpiPen in my pocket, or
He
a
probably would
pocket
have
full of
actually used
Benadryl.
it.
Yeah.
You know, that's my problem with it. Okay, I get it that it's $600. Like, it's expensive.
It's a
It's an
lot.
expensive drug for you to carry around in your pocket at all time. But they expire. Like, you have to get a new one.
Yeah, it's
So,
about
like,
once a
it's-
year.
Once a year, so like at some point,
If you don't use it, you'll lose it, Ryan.
Yes,
I
like-
have lost him before too.
Like,
I'll
you're
be honest.
spending-
Okay, if you don't lose it, you'll.
yeah, you're literally spending $600 just for it to like sit in your pocket and not use it. So
It's
this
like
would
a
have been the
security
perfect
blanket.
instance just for you to jab yourself with it, and then you're good, and then hopefully you don't have another reaction until next year until you get one.
True. Look, there was not much logic going on, Molly. As I've explained, there was zero logic. It was the ginger cloves.
Well,
clearly.
nice. I was trying to think of like what could I get Ryan for his birthday next time it rolls around. I'm just gonna give
His
him like
birthday's like very soon.
I know. I'm just gonna get the really strong Benadryls. Be like, here's a bunch of 50
milligram
Milligrams.
tablets for you.
Just give me a,
Benadryls.
just give me a
But
holster.
here's the thing,
for my
I'm
EpiPen.
taking them out of the jar. I'm just gonna put them in a bag for him. Like
So
a
it looks
Ziploc.
extra sketchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're
100%.
pink.
They are pink.
I don't think there's any other drug that. Well, I guess I'm not like very experienced.
Who knows about that?
Yeah,
We're
who
not the
knows?
experts.
Who
We're
knows?
not the
It will
experts here.
just be Benadryl, but I'm like, Ryan, I'll save you a couple bucks every year for your birthday. I'll get you a bunch of Benadryls. You don't have to get an EpiPen.
There you
And you don't have to worry about ruining your friend's night.
Exactly.
Just pop
Gobble-
a couple Benadryls and fall asleep.
Gobble some Benny.
I don't.
in the bathroom.
I don't appreciate the gobbling.
Yeah, and no one's advocating for that here on this show. I cannot make that clear
Right,
enough.
we were talking about eating nuts. Come on.
True.
844-770-3776. Have you ever had a near-death experience? We have a lot of texts rolling in, so I do want to get into those on the other side. But first, I want to tell you about my friends over at Carbon World Health. Friday is the day I'm getting my second hydrofacial. My skin has looked so good the last, I think it's been almost 6 weeks since I got my first one. So my skin has been looking good. I've just been feeling so confident in how my skin looks. It just feels nice to feel proud of my skin. And the people over at Carbon World Health were fantastic. I mean, Dr. Nessa Rodriguez, Jim talks about him all the time. Ashley Rodriguez, she was the one that did my hydrofacial this last time. She told me every single thing that she was doing to my face. She told me every single product she was using. She gave me products to use after the fact, and I just loved my entire experience. So if you're looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, head over to Carbon World Health in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center in Sun Prairie. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I'm out on Kelsey.
Clipped Laporta.
I'm out on Kelsey. I don't like Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey.
I do.
God, if Jim
his
was
hair,
here,
his last name, everything. He'll be like, "What? Him and Taylor Swift are great."
If Jim was here, he would just be screaming at the both of you.
Literally,
Right now.
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, he would be losing
This wasn't
his
even
mind.
a question.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Clinky Cleaner CFO, Sean Young.
The local part is what's key for us. Madison is a local community, and that's what I look at with James Imaging. When I talk to our account rep, he's local.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and great people.
I'd say the people at James Imaging are the top of the line for us. They know us, we know them. They take the time to listen to us when we have questions. They make it easy.
And Sean Clinky Cleaners makes it easy for their customers too.
Yes, at Clinky's, we need to be the expert in the field. We want to make life easier for them, and that's what James Imaging does for us.
Sean, any advice for others?
I would say give James Imaging a call. They've been great to us.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today.
It's racing season. That means Road America in Elkhart Lake is the place to be. ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust and IndyCar driver Graham Rahal chat about what makes Road America special for drivers and fans.
What makes Road America so unique and different than anywhere else that you go?
I think it's the length of the straightaways. You know, in an IndyCar, there's 3 places on that racetrack that, in essence, you hit maximum velocity. There's no other track that we go to year-round where that's the case. And I think that's what the drivers all love about it. From a fan's perspective, you love it because it's easy to get around. You can see a lot of different places. You know, you can sit up on the hill watching the last corner, eat a brat, get some sweet corn and see that side of it. But then, of course, you can also, go back by the Canada corner. So many different aspects, different areas to watch, to cheer on your favorite driver. I think that's what's so cool and unique about this place as well.
Be part of race day this summer at Road America. Visit roadamerica.com.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
wish we had that banter on the air.
I do too.
What's going on back there?
I was like, Molly, this is the song from last week that I said I like tried to karaoke and totally botched. She's like, no, that's not. That's 6 Feet from the Edge. I'm like, no, this song is One Last Breath.
But I sent this song to Ryan to play on the show because Matt just told us his near-death experience of almost falling off
the edge.
4-story building.
What's even funnier because it's also called One Last Breath, and Ryan almost had his.
I wasn't even close.
I didn't even think of that.
I had like 50 breaths left.
That's what I was thinking when he played it. I was
They
like,
were
oh,
numbered.
One Last Breath, Ryan was choking.
Oh, what a good chuckle this day is, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
At least we can laugh about it now instead of like, this show is in memoriam of Ryan Warsheim.
That's true.
It's terrible.
This show would have been a very different vibe.
It wouldn't be as good. Wouldn't be as good.
Had Mary Beth not been there with those Benadryl and to help me control my allergic reaction to some nuts in my throat, it would have been way worse, guys. This could have been a very, very bad day for all of us.
Thank you, Mary Beth.
Thank you,
for
Mary
dealing
Beth.
with Ryan and the nuts in his throat.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you.
Did you get Jim?
You.
What's that?
Did you get Jim in the break?
No, that was not Jim. That was Rick and DeForest. He was telling me about another near-death experience that he had, actually.
He ate fish again or what?
No, much worse. Actually, not something you'd want to talk about on the air. Very, very scary.
Okay. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. We are asking you for your near-death experiences. So I want to get into some of them. Robin Madison says near-death experiences is my middle name. Jeremiah and Madison said we had a bottle rocket fight with 8 guys. I don't even know what that means. That sounds like a guy thing.
Bottle rockets is in like the fireworks?
Yeah.
Like Roman
Yeah,
candles.
so how do you have a
Everyone's
bottle
got a-
rocket fight?
Well, you have a pocket full of bottle rockets and a bottle and a lighter, and you put the bottle rocket in the bottle, aim it at your friend, and then light it.
God, boys are so stupid. Okay, he said we had a bottle rocket fight with 8 guys, and there was an open can of gas that got lit on fire somehow.
Somehow.
LOL, thought we were all going to die.
Nice. That
Then-
sounds like just good old 4th of July fun right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Daniel Landscaper says my near-death experience is when I get in an argument with my wife, and I'm right. I feel like I'm Zeus. I feel like Zeus is going to come strike me down for being right because I think she still has that power when I actually win the fight.
Joke's on you. You never actually win the fight. You might think you did, but you lost. That's something I've learned in my 8 years of marriage experience.
Joe in the Boonies says, after a camping trip, I had picked up an infection I suspect from some sort of bacteria getting at an open wound, and it was near my ankle. A day or 2 later, ankle is swollen, hurts. I figure it's because I rolled it hiking, which I did. Then 2 days later, I made a frozen pizza with some Coors Lights, and despite my being certifiably big dude, I didn't have an appetite, which is a red flag. Turns out infection got me a 104.7 degree temperature. The intake nurse at the ER had eyebrows raised very quick. That's terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. That is damn hot.
That is very damn hot.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever had, nothing that I can remember that I've had a near-death experience. I don't know. I definitely wasn't
lived
throwing
in
bottle
Arizona.
rockets at
Like
each other.
every time you went outside, didn't you have a near-death experience with either the heat or the bugs or the snakes?
I was gonna say, yeah. So I used to work at a golf course, and one of the things that you had to do was drive the picker, which picks up all the golf balls on the driving range. And
wait, you got to do that?
Yes, and it was terrible. That was a near-death experience in and of itself.
Everybody
tries to hit you.
Yeah, 100%.
You literally think that there's gunshots hitting on
when
the thing
they
when
hit
it goes.
the cage.
Dum,
Oh
dum,
man,
dum.
nothing more satisfying than watching that person on a 5-mile-an-hour clip and you hit them, lead them perfectly, and just drill.
You
the
are
cage.
the people I hate. I hate you.
Oh my gosh, and I'm trying to hit shots that I don't try to hit. That part of golf ruins my golf game.
God no,
because I'm trying to hit stingers so I can just smoke the side of that trailer.
You are literally the worst. We weren't allowed to have our phones or headphones or anything at on the course. But I literally ended up just bringing my phone, plugging in my plugged-in headphones at the time because this was back in 2014. Mm-hmm. and I would wear my headphones so like people like you wouldn't scare the crap out of me every single time.
Crap.
Yeah, that is fair because that is my only goal when the picker is out on the driving range when I'm playing.
But where we had to park the picker, because you had to like keep it off to the side of the driving range, was like under a tree, and that just so happened to be a tree where like a tarantula would hang out, probably multiple, that I like almost stepped out onto. Ew, God, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. And then, like, there was rattlesnakes there. There would just be, like, rattlesnakes that would slither on past. Oh, my God. I had to work during the summer because, one, I wanted money, and two, nobody else would work during the summer. So, like, I would literally be just sitting out, like, in the front area by the clubhouse roasting in golf carts as nobody golfed because nobody is in Arizona from April until October. So, yeah, that was, I guess that was probably my closest.
There you go.
way.
That's near death-ish.
Yeah, not great. But we do have more to get into. I want to get into Jacob Mizorowski going to the All-Star game. I want to get into this Jordan Love ranking. Maybe we'll hear from Jim as he tells us about Noah's Ark potentially. But we still got
complains about Cole Anthony. I'm calling it now. Jim's going to complain about it.
This is
the Bucks
utterly
stink.
Preposterous.
They're not going to get any better.
That.
Thanks,
Should have got rid of Giannis. That was a terrible Jim impression. But that's all still to come on here, right here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Judgmental Jim.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
Ben Brust appeared on the Jump Around Thursday afternoon to talk some Badgers hoops, and there's not a doubt in his mind which transfer he's most excited to see this season.
It's Boyd, hands down. It's absolutely Boyd, hands down. I think he'll be the rock for this team with the capability of producing at a high level as well. So when you have such a tenured NCAA basketball player coming to a program where, you know, everyone's itching for that second weekend in Sweet 16, he's the type of guy I want on my team.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly opened Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Keep getting us your near-death experiences. We enjoy reading about people nearly dying.
Glad you didn't.
Yes, glad you didn't. Glad you are texting in now because you didn't die. That all scan. Does this have blank in it? Right?
Fill in the blank.
That's what I'm doing. But you guys, I do want to get into actual sports that happened over the weekend. So Jacob Mizorowski was selected to go to the All-Star game.
Awesome.
Which is super exciting. It's crazy. He's had 5 starts. I feel like he's the guy that we've been talking the most about when it comes to the Milwaukee Brewers as of late. I mean, his last game was against the Dodgers when he had how many strikeouts?
12 strikeouts.
Whew. So the question is, does he deserve
5 innings?
Yes, 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. Does he deserve to go to the MLB All-Star game with only having 5 starts?
Well, by classic metrics, no. But this is one of the most electric storylines in baseball right now. Like, I know we're Milwaukee, Madison area, and we're like a little biased because this is what we talk about, but this is national news. Like, Jacob Mizorowski is making waves nationally. And if you are putting on an All-Star game, which is purely about entertainment, you are missing the point if you're the MLB by not nominating Jacob Mizorowski to this team.
He was also making some negative waves amongst some other MLB players too, which is an important part to
I want to
mention
hear
here.
about this too because this is bad vibes written all over it.
So ESPN's Jesse Rogers of ESPN Chicago was on Sportsmanlike this morning. He's a baseball expert analyst for ESPN, works primarily for ESPN Chicago, but he does a lot of just overall MLB coverage. And he was on there speaking about how some of the Phillies players, there's a couple Phillies pitchers, Ranger Suarez, and another guy.
You had his name.
Yeah,
I sure did earlier.
Exactly. Sounds like a real all-star.
Christopher Sanchez.
Yep.
Christopher Sanchez were both all-star candidates,
like a real all-star.
but both of them had to turn down the opportunity to go be starting pitchers for the NL because they were taking rest over the All-Star break because they're just coming off pitching stints.
The same way Peralta will not be pitching.
Precisely. That's why Trevor McGill replaced him initially and was going to be the only Brewer player in the All-Star game, but then Mizorowski getting the call on Friday night. So
these guys turn it down, and
so here's Jesse Rogers on Unsportsmanlike this morning explaining the Phillies' gripe and his opinion on it.
I think the Phillies are out over their skis on this one. I think they really went off the deep end in being critical of this thing. You have to understand, they asked Christopher Sanchez, they asked Ranger Suarez if they could pitch. The answer was no, so the league moved on to the next player. There's a key thing in here that everyone is missing when it comes to the Phillies in particular. There's language in the CBA that if you name a replacement player, he must be available to play. It's in the CBA. The Phillies wanted their guys named to the All-Star team and then turn it down, which is what Zach Wheeler did. Zach Wheeler was named to the All-Star team and decides not to pitch. Sanchez and Suarez were in the same boat. They want to be named but not pitch. Well, as a starter, you can beg out, and that's fine, still be named an all-star. But as a replacement player, the language is clear.
So, as replacement players, they turned it down, and then Mizorowski took the opportunity. He said Pat Murphy let him know last Friday night, and he accepted it after the game.
Which, can we actually hear Jacob Mizorowski? Because I heard the audio this morning of basically his reaction of when he found out that he was playing in the All-Star game. And this was before I even knew about all the Phillies and everything that was going on with that. Like, I just heard it, and I was like, wow, he's so honored to be playing in the All-Star game.
Yes. So here's 23-year-old Jacob Mizorowski's reaction with reporters after he was let known that he was going to make the All-Star game Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm speechless. I mean, it's awesome. It's very unexpected, and it's an honor.
You can tell you're emotional.
Yeah.
Murph said you were emotional when you got the news. What are you thinking about to get this news?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming, and I just want to honor the guys around me, and be a Brewer.
This in your wildest dreams coming into this season, could you have envisioned something like this?
I mean, it pulls at your heartstrings, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's awesome. But going back to the last audio that we heard from Jesse Rogers, I mean, if you don't care about playing in the All-Star game, you don't care about the game, why do you care about getting selected to the game?
Well, and it's not even that. They were selected. They wanted to be named to the game and then turn it away.
Well, there's also the fact
Like,
that
by asking them, you were selected, but the only way we're going to name you as a replacement is if you can commit to it. And since you can't, tough cookies.
Right.
Tough, nut-filled cookies.
very tough. Very tough.
Tough
speaking of-
Italian cookies.
And part of it, too, is that even though they were asked to be in the All-Star game, they don't get named, like you said. And because of that, they also don't get some of the contract bonuses that are built in for their specific contracts.
So that's the only reason.
Well, that's part of it, because there's also the honor of saying that you have the All-Star game designation next to your career stats and resume. I mean,
But if
that's
you're
a
going to
big
turn
part
it
of
down, then it doesn't actually matter to you.
Well, it matters to them because in order to be in the All-Star game, especially for pitchers, you have to participate and you have to pitch innings, or at least one inning, as most of the starters do. But if they're just coming off of just pitching like this past weekend, as is the case with Freddie Peralta, who pitched Sunday, hence why he's not in the game, because he's backing out as, for rest.
Okay.
That's why they didn't want to participate either. But then they also had the contract bonuses. I believe Sanchez, was due $50,000. Ranger Suarez was due $200,000, which apparently the Phillies are going to just pay them those contract bonuses anyways.
Mhm.
So
because they were asked, and I don't want to say it's like the Phillies' fault, but you played them. Like, the reason they can't do it is because they played for your organization.
Exactly. Yes. So it's very good on the Phillies to just go ahead and pay it,
Yeah.
but a lot of the players
to
were.
let this come out the way it has as a negative on Jacob Mizorowski, as opposed to hey, this is just the nature of the beast when you pitch, and especially when you're not named to a All-Star outright and you're on the reserves list. This is how it goes. Good on the Phillies for paying them, because they did make the All-Star team. They were good enough to get asked. They had to turn it down because they were playing with their organization. But to let this narrative come out that this kid either doesn't deserve it because their guys do, even after turning it down, it makes no sense to me. It's are you trying to stir the pot? What's the ulterior motive here? Because these guys are getting their money. You're not having to worry about these guys pitching too many innings because they're not going to pitch in the All-Star game. It seems like everybody should be happy.
Well,
yet the Phillies are complaining.
The Phillies came out and said they were going to pay these contract bonuses after Friday night. So all these complaints came the night of the news of Mizorowski being named to the All-Star game.
Yeah, but it doesn't change. The Phillies still knew that their guys were asked.
Yes.
And these guys obviously knew they were asked and had to turn it down.
Yes.
So the fact that this news came out at all after this, after they named someone else because you said you weren't passed on, you passed, and now you're upset because this kid was named and only it just makes no sense. It was trying to stir the pot.
So are you on Jacob Mizorowski's side?
100%. He did nothing wrong other than being absolutely electric and a name that more people who casually follow baseball like myself know than Christopher Sanchez and Walker Texas Ranger
Suarez.
Yeah, forgettable. I'm sorry, you're not the Miz.
But like you're also saying that because you are a Brewers fan, it is close to home. You know who the Miz is. We don't know.
The Miz is a national storyline.
Because he's exciting.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the point. These guys aren't throwing 97-mile-an-hour sliders and 103-mile-an-hour fastballs. I guarantee that. Otherwise, they would be talked about too. I promise you, if they were throwing it that hard, they would be talked about in the same way as the Miz, but they don't.
Ryan, where do you land on this? Are you on the Miz's side? Are you on the Phillies side? Are you on the other pitcher side?
I'm
like,
not
where do you land?
necessarily on the Phillies side. I'm not. I think Miz getting this opportunity, he should take it. It's an opportunity to be the youngest or the quickest player to make an All-Star game with just 5 career starts. I think that's awesome for him. My biggest worry as a Brewers fan is just that this is all now bringing just negative energy and negative attention towards him when, honestly, like, this guy's a shoo-in to win NL Rookie of the Year. I think it would have been just fine if he had just been awesome for the rest of the season, gone on one NL Rookie of the Year, and then by that point, he got all the accolades that he should. You didn't need to go over the top and make him an All-Star too if you're the MLB, is my thing. Like,
why would you pass on it, though?
I'm not saying you should pass on it.
No, not as Mizrowski. Why, if you're the MLB...
Because 5 career starts isn't enough.
Yeah, but the top 3 pitchers in the game right now that you want to watch pitch are who?
I mean, I would say Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens.
And the Miz.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like, why wouldn't you want that on the field?
Because 3 weeks ago, you wouldn't have said that. 3 weeks ago, we would have said, we would have said the Miz is an exciting up-and-coming prospect who just had one great outing. Like, you wouldn't be thinking of him as even the possibility of him making the All-Star game. And if that's the case just within the last month, then he shouldn't be. I just don't think he should be considered is what it is. And I think it's great that he is, but at the same time, I think the MLB's, they are just doing it for clicks and for attention, which, look, the MLB.
Which is the point of the All-Star game.
True, but at the same point, like, I do think these guys have fair gripes. Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez are saying, hey, I want to have an All-Star on my career legacy resume. Like, they deserve that too. And the fact that they're not getting it is dumb, in my opinion.
So it's kind of on them in the organization. They turned it down. They had the opportunity to get that little accolade.
But you could still name them All-Stars even if they don't participate in the game too, which is the thing that I think is just done by the MLB. Just say they're All-Stars, and then you can even say Miz is an All-Star too if you want. But like,
because then it'd be like the NFL.
Like we asked them, but
you're a Pro Bowler, but like you can turn it down, and then somebody else takes your place.
Like the 4th alternate, and Tyler Huntley becomes a Pro Bowler. Exactly.
I mean, he had a good season a couple years ago.
He played like 5 games.
Hey,
like
we're
3.
talking 5 games, but I do want to dive into.
You're saying Tyler Huntley is electric as the Miz?
Hey,
you did not say that, Molly.
Oh, he was a good replacement for Lamar Jackson. Let us not forget.
Sounds like
people.
Molly's trying to say something.
Yeah.
No, but I do want to get into this conversation more because I'm curious, Ryan. I think you were trying to say it. Like, how much is this negative attention going to negatively affect the Miz, if at all? I don't know. I want to get into that. I do. Next, we got to stay on the clock. We're behind on the clock. This is Jim Matt Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Your Milwaukee Brewers are rolling into the All-Star break in historic fashion. The crew notched their 7th straight win yesterday as they handled the Washington Nationals for an 8-1 victory at AmFam Field. This will mark the 56th win of the season for the Brewers heading into the All-Star break. That's the most wins at the break in franchise history. Brewers also, by the way, have the best record in the NL since June 1st. Brewers red hot, and they got 2 red hot pitchers participating in Tuesday's All-Star game. Closer Trevor McGill was named the replacement for starter Freddie Peralta, who had to back out for rest reasons. Then Jacob the Miz Mizorowski, who Matt Hamilton says is the most electric name in MLB right now, was named one of the NL starters after just 5 career games. It's the fewest career games ever to be named a All-Star pitcher or otherwise in MLB history. Miz's inclusion also comes with some controversy amongst other MLB players, primarily the Phillies, who feel like he may not be yet deserving of said honor. Head over to ESPN.com for more news and coverage, and stay tuned to Jim, Matt, and Molly as we continue discussing the topic right here.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Here we are, best friends. We're probably going to go boating this summer, so.
There you go. You could have your pontoon boat full of tight ends.
Oh, my God. Wouldn't be the first time. Waka waka. I was like, Dad, I think we're going to take the pontoon out. He's like, oh, you know how to drive them? Go ahead. So 36 and a half years old is the age that your dad will trust you to drive the boat. So if you're older than that, ask to drive your dad's boat. He'll probably say yes.
You hear that, Ryan?
Yes.
Ask to drive your dad's boat at 36 and a half years old.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Guys, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
We have been asking you a couple different questions today. Have you ever had a near-death experience? 844-770-3776. That is the Carbus Talk and Text line. That's your way into the show. Also, I kind of just asked this question because we were talking about Jacob Mizorowski and his path to getting to the All-Star game later this week. So Ryan brought up a good point about the potential negative attention that he's been getting and how it could potentially affect his performance in the near future, right? Like, there's these stories of the Phillies players that are upset that this guy that's only started 5 games within literally the last month, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, him being the fastest guy, the least amount of games played, getting to the All-Star game? Is that a good way of phrasing it?
5 career games he is making the All-Star game. The previous record was Paul Skeens in 11 career games.
Wow.
Look how upset Ryan sounds right now.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I think him making the All-Star game, especially as a Brewers fan, I'm happy for him. Like, I think it's awesome. I think he is going to be an all-time great pitcher for the Brewers, but
if you were on the panel putting together the invites to the All-Star game, he wouldn't have got one from you.
I would have said probably double-digit games for the season, especially as a starter. Like, yeah, that's I think that's a good cutoff. Unless you're like Clayton Kershaw and you're like, you missed the first 50 games maybe. But I think other than that, for a guy like who's a rookie, I mean, I know he's been incredible in his start so far. I mean, he has 33 career strikeouts in 25 and a third innings. Like, he's awesome. But I think it's just, you don't need to rush it. I feel like they're just trying to rush it too quickly, and I feel like it's just, I can only see negative outcomes for this. I don't think anything good's going to come of it for the Brewers or for the Miz.
Whoa, that is some scary talk there, Ryan.
I don't think it's that scary. I think it's just, I get nervous about stuff like this when it comes to my team. Like,
so you get worried about the psychology behind it, right?
Not necessarily even the psychology, but just the overall narrative surrounding the guy. Like, he's only been positively received so far. There's only been reasons to be excited for him. Now it feels like within the first month of him arriving on the scene, there's already a controversy surrounding him, and it's like, why does this have to come up now?
But it's not really it's not a controversy that he's causing, though. Like,
no, by no means.
It's just other players being stupid. So, why pay so much attention to other players and other organizations acting negatively? Right? I think you kind of just can't listen to the outside noise, but also it's tough. And I feel like where I think about it is he's 23 years old, right? Like you said, he's only started 5 games this season. He's not very many pitches deep into his career as a Milwaukee Brewer. Like, in my mind, I get nervous, and maybe it's the superstitiousness in me, the superstition of okay, all these negative things are happening around him. He's going to get in his head. It's going to mess him up. He's going to start to stink. That's where I think that I get nervous. Do you feel that way, Matt?
No. I mean, here's the thing. for all intents and purposes, Jacob Mizorowski has everything it takes to be a Hall of Fame caliber pitcher if he can continue to do what he's doing. Like, if you're that great, you're going to deal with adversity. You're going to deal with fans on opposing ball clubs like hating you. Like, this is just what you have to deal with when you're a part of a major organization in a major sports league in America. Like, you're going to have haters. This is, I mean, the Brewers had a hater, but this is going to be.
Oh, my God.
Missed it, Ryan.
We were twins because we almost said the ha at the same time.
Nice save, Molly.
You're so close.
You're welcome.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, he's going to have to get used to this eventually. There's going to be controversy around you if you're a superstar.
If you're
there
good
just
enough.
always is. Yeah, if there's nothing around you, you're probably a pretty mid player.
Matt, you're a superstar curler. Is there controversy around you?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I like one of my second world championship. I had like hecklers in the stands. We were playing or third one. I was in Canada and they were like heckling me from the sideboards.
What do they say? Do you remember?
Hamilton, you suck. Like just things like that. You know what I mean? Like that's part of it. That's fine. I use it as like fuel. I was like, oh yeah.
See, that's also where my mind went
that's
too.
where
Is it
I'm thinking this guy he's been preparing to be a great pitcher for a long time. Like I feel like at a fairly young age, he knew he was going to be major league caliber. So this is just something I'm sure he knows is coming and is ready for. Like he's 23, but he's not a baby. It's not like he's fresh out of college. Like he played in the minors for a little bit. He's 23 years old. He's played in front of other fan bases before. He knows what it's like to be the heel on a sports team. And the better you are, the bigger villain you are to your opponent and the bigger hero you are to your team. So right now, Jacob Mizorowski is being looked at by Brewers fans as a Superman, as a superhero. You better believe that there's teams and other organizations' fans that see him as a villain.
So you basically think that it could cause him to get a chip on his shoulder and boom, make it flip that switch, and then it's like he's even like better.
105-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh my God!
Really
could you
put
imagine?
some mustard on it.
105 consistently.
Ugh, that's crazy.
Good
I mean,
God.
His arm would fall off.
He's ready.
Literally.
He's ready for this moment. Is what I'm saying. Like, is it a little quick? Does 5 games seem like a small sample size to name someone to an All-Star game? Like, yeah, Ryan, I do agree with you. But if I'm the MLB and I've got this dog and pony show called the All-Star Game where I trot out the best players in the league, why wouldn't I also include one of the most electric players, the one that literally people are turning their TV on to watch? Why I wouldn't name him to the All-Star Game seems absolutely ludicrous to me. So I totally understand why they did it. And I'm glad they did. So this is going to be a fun test for the Miz. Like if he goes out there and blows away 3 All-Stars and that's his inning and he's done, like talk about getting ready for the second half of the season. Talk about a just emotional and like an ego boost. Mental like fortitude is going to be through the roof if you go out there and do well. And if you don't, this game is not important for anything, so it doesn't matter for anything as long as you perform with the Brewers. This seems like a no-lose situation more than anything.
The Miz is electric, but you know who also is? Lee at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yes, he is, and so is the Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl Happy Hour out at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Talk to Kevin. He's the bartender. He always has the ice-cold Coors Lights ready to go. Always ready and quick with an old-fashioned. And if you're trying to get some of those delicious steak sandwiches, we had like the zucchini fries the other day, which were so good. They came with like a chipotle dipping sauce.
The other day,
like
that was like a while ago, Matt.
Yeah, it was like the other day in my life.
Okay.
When every day is
The same?
Neverland. So go out to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Go as you are. The Horseshoe Bar is welcoming. They've got the outdoor patio, which is fantastic. You can't go wrong. Whatever kind of dining experience you're looking for, look no further than Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
We've got to get to Jim Rutledge next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
You have beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering.
That app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Madison School and Community Recreation's For Friends golf outing is Wednesday, July 23rd at the Oaks Golf Course. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Since 2003, the Friends of MSCR has raised over $630,000 to fund new programming, equipment, fee assistance, staff development, and more. You can support accessible recreation in Madison through sponsorship or by signing up for a foursome. Head to
Brandel Stadium? Well, now is your chance. On August 1st and 2nd, you can enjoy a VIP experience while hitting tee shots from the upper deck throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field below. Start and end your round with great music, cold beers, food, and numerous golf challenges. Event is open to all ages, but hurry because tee times will go fast. Go to upperdeckgolf.com to book a tee time today. That's upperdeckgolf.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub and put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? There was a splishing and a splash. Reeling with the feeling.
Ryan, if it makes you feel any better, my grandma says that she wishes you well because she heard your story about being allergic to nuts. So you've got...
Thanks for listening, Molly's grandma.
Thank you. She is actually our biggest fan.
I know. That's why I'm thanking her for listening.
She's dying to have your next Olympic cards and everything.
Oh yeah.
She it's your last one on the
She could have got the bobblehead at the flea market store.
At the flea market store, yep. I should have told you to buy it for her. She would have liked that.
$12. What a steal for Matt Hamilton bobblehead.
So we are asking you for your near-death experiences. And actually, I didn't think of one. We're in high school, and my friend's family got a hotel at this resort that was in town. So it was like a staycation, but they would do a big 4th of July thing, and it was super fun. And so the day that we were checking out, we were like, now it's I'm super protective. Of my skin because it was the worst sunburn I have ever.
It's glowing now.
Yes, it is glowing, one, thanks to Carbon with Health, but also, two, because I lather myself in sunscreen. Like, I get it. Tan skin always looks sexier. It's better if you can't tone it, you got to tan it, right? Like, that is the motto I live by. Hence why
tan fat equals muscle.
Exactly.
That's,
exactly. That is how it
guy
works.
math right there.
Exactly. Like, we've all seen those bodybuilders. There's a reason why they're tan. It brings out the muscle more. So that is why I wear fake tan. But no, like, it was the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life. I got blisters. I woke up the next day because I went to bed and I was like, oh, like, I'm getting a little stiff, you know, like, oh, it's the sunburn stiff. I wake up in the morning, I could not see out of my eyes. Like, my face has never been more swollen. It was horrendous.
I bet you were glowing then too.
If that's what
glowing red.
I was gonna say I looked like a stoplight. I mean, if you want to say that, I don't know. But we do have Jim, and we are delighted to be joined by our co-host Jim Rutledge. Jim, how's it going?
Did you apply sunscreen?
I applied plenty of sunscreen today. I think 3 times. Also did my best to wear a hat and wear a hat and sunglasses whenever I could today.
There you go.
We did have a debate. Do you wear a swim shirt?
For sure.
Today I did. I don't normally.
I nailed it.
Long sleeve or short sleeve?
But wait. I wear a swimsuit shirt today to avoid just having to put sunscreen on my body all day long. Like,
totally.
It's more of a
we asked about
it's like a heat
specifically,
thing.
and I said yes. Yeah. Jim wore one today for sure.
I just meant in general because Jim, you seem like a swim shirt guy.
No, look, man, I work out of Carbon with Health. Maybe I used to be, but I look good. I'll wear it out at the beach and everything, but today it's just a lot. And honestly, the rides are uncomfortable, skin on plastic ride or whatever. So the shirt provides a little buffer.
Yeah, see? Faster. I said he was wearing it for speed.
That leads to near-death experience, Matt. You got to be careful with that stuff.
He just, he puts on a shirt and then he goes, boom.
All right, Jim, real quick before about the water slides before I get into some sports stuff. What was the best ride you went on, or what was the most, like, cringe moment that you experienced? Your choice.
Well, it was bad parenting. We rode Black Anaconda, and Nola's tall enough to ride it, and I kind of forgot. That's a bit intense. It's a little bit more of a roller coaster than it is a water slide, and it really whips the water at your face or whatever. So my wife went with my oldest and her friend, because there's 3 people on it, and then on the ride, she's like, oh, no, Nola's going to hate this. This is too much. And then she sees a kid come out who's Nola's age, bawling his eyes out. And then she's like, Nola's going to be crying. And I couldn't tell, but I'm like, as I'm riding with Nola, I'm like, there's no way she's enjoying this. Like, I don't like this. Like, I'm getting whipped every which way from Sunday. And she came out and she cried. She said that is her least favorite ride. So I would say that was probably the most intense one we rode today.
Well, it's funny that you said bad parenting, because I thought you were talking about like the people that you were people watching. It was just bad parenting.
No. We just there's plenty of that going on here too.
Being judgmental, Jim.
No.
Judgmental Jim.
Okay, Jim. So I have to ask. Sorry, because you sent us an SNL skit where it was like a dead person on a slide, and they were debating if they push him down the slide to bring him down, or if they walk him down the stairs. Why the heck did you send that to us?
And are you okay?
You hate to carry him past all.
You're
I sent it. You guys didn't respond.
Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Because I'm out on Kelce.
Clipped Laporta.
I'm out on Kelce.
You
I don't like
despise Travis Kelce.
I do.
God, if Jim
his
was
hair,
here,
his last name, everything. Yeah, he'll be like, "What? Him and Taylor Swift are great."
If Jim was here, he would just be screaming at the both of you.
Literally,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, he would be losing
This isn't
his
even
mind.
a question.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Clinky Cleaners has been in business for over 65 years, and they've had document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems for right around 30 years. CFO Sean Young explains why.
Probably the best thing about James Imaging that's worked for us is they're reliable, they're dependent, they always make things easy for us.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and local people who make doing business easy.
They're quick to come whenever we need them, point out lots of simple things for us to try to save us some money and save us time and eliminate headaches.
So Sean, the bottom line of having business technology from James Imaging Systems?
I just appreciate the work that James Imaging has done for us. They're always looking out for our best interests.
James Imaging Systems. Make it easy, save money, eliminate headaches. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
The Madison Summer Survival Kit. Cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For just $12.99. Choose from 4 loaded legends. Meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new spicy...
Crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere. Dairy done right.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Main Street Lanes, Jerry's Place, Antlers Tavern, and Argus Bar and Grill.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton hanging out with you in the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studios. Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass, and we are delighted to be joined by Jim again, live from the water park. Jim, we've got you back.
Yeah, you got me back. My daughter, she refused to join, so I thought maybe she'd want to join with us, but she passed.
Bummer.
Yeah, I wanted her take on the Black Anaconda ride.
Yeah, she enjoyed it more. It was my youngest that didn't. So, actually, she's the reason why I sent the SNL skit about the lifeguards who try to push a dead body down the water slide. Is that we got all the way up to the top of Congo Bongo, and unfortunately, it looked like something bad happened, like someone collapsed or whatever, and they ended up sending us all back down the ride and going somewhere else and having to leave the whole area. And we go to a different ride and we're watching. They still hadn't cleared the area. And then Rosie turns to me. She goes, remember that SNL skit with the bot? So I was more just proud of her because that's what popped in my head. My wife was horrified that popped in her head, but also laughed.
Wow.
They want to send the dead guy down the water slide.
Sick pull. That is a good pull.
That's
too bad, though. Congo Bongo is one of my favorite rides up there.
I haven't been
We rode it 3 times.
Yeah,
it's the first time we've been here in a long time.
It's tame enough where you could take your youngest on it, but it still has a little bit of twists and turns that'll keep you on your toes. I really like that one too.
All right, so
it was perfect for Nola.
How are the lines and all that kind of stuff? Because that's the thing that kind of freaks me out about water parks these days. Is I'm just the lines are long, the pavement's hot. Is it worth it?
Here's the thing: come on a Monday or Tuesday. Don't go on a weekend. I'm sure. It was. I mean, the lines were all manageable. I think the longest one we rode was the longest line we were in for Black Anaconda. The girls paused on the super crazy ones. They didn't want to do the Ka or something like that, a newer one. But in general, the rides weren't that bad as far as lines. We were able, maybe at the most, half an hour for the longest one we waited for.
Were you dared to go on to the plunge or the point of no return or anything like that?
How do you know all of these? Are you?
I was not going to. I'm working through a shoulder thing. I told them. And I'm sorry, it's getting a little loud here, but I think you asked me about the big rides. I did ask Rosie. Her friend wanted the ride. I tried to guilt Rosie into doing it, but I wasn't going to do it. I already got a shoulder neck thing. I don't need to be dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, the heights are one thing, but also I remember just the Black Anaconda ride, they kind of beat the hell out of you, some of these rides. So it's I want to be able to leave this not too injured.
That's fair. I mean, the ones that they were going to try and get you on, straight down, no turns, just high gravity.
Yeah.
Jim, I do want to ask you our Saudi Unlimited poll question today. So obviously, Jacob Mizorowski got selected to go to the All-Star game and pitch in the All-Star game. And there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this, just with some of the Phillies players that are talking negatively, basically saying that he shouldn't be selected to play in this game because he's only had 5 starts in his short career. So our Saudi Unlimited poll question is, are you nervous that the drama around Miz being an all-star could negatively impact his career? Ryan seems to be a little bit nervous about it just because, there's the negative energy around it and he doesn't want it to negatively affect his future star, whereas Matt is kind of like, he's a star. He can play through the pressure, and actually the pressure is a privilege, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan's going to check his cookies for nuts, and I won an Olympic gold medal. There's two different...
Yeah,
Make it personal.
I don't think it'll be a problem for him. It'd be more for like his brand, but it's not really his fault. The only thing is he's off the top of my head is kind of the first guy they've done this with. But Major League Baseball needs to do a better job of showcasing the star players. I think the problem is he's kind of the first where they've been like, he's not an all-star, but people want to see him, and this is an exhibition, so let's throw him in there. So, that's kind of the trade-off. I think it's more that he's the first. He won't be the last going forward.
So, Jim, I found it outrageous, and I kind of want to hear what your take is at. These two pitchers for the Phillies were asked if they could pitch or if they wanted to pitch in the All-Star game. They realized they couldn't because of the way their rotation was with the Phillies. They didn't have enough rest, so it didn't work for their schedule. They turned it down. Jacob Mizorowski got the nod, and then these guys are up in arms because they weren't named to the All-Star game. They wanted to be named, and then they wanted to turn it down, and now they're complaining that the Miz got picked. Is this sour grapes? Are these guys trying to have their cake and eat it too? What's the issue with these guys?
Contracts, I think that might be the only thing. I don't know everyone's contract.
No major bonuses. The Phillies paid $50,000 to one and $200,000 to the other.
So then, I don't really know. I mean, Mays is in because Michael Boyd from the Cubs said, I don't want to pitch. I mean, that's why he's in there. Michael Boyd, pitcher for the Cubs, was an all-star starting pitcher. He was an all-star. This is like Pro Bowl alternates at this point. And if you're going to do Pro Bowl alternates, all-star game alternates, then throw in the guy that wants to do it. Again, 100%. So I don't know what if there's no doubt, so if there's no dollars and there's no legacy part of it, I mean, I guess someone might want on their ball card if they were an all-star.
Right. That seems to be the issue.
Yeah, I get that some. You're talking about legacy, but I don't think they need to be all worked up about it. Major League Baseball could have gone for the formality of all right, these two guys are all-stars, and now Miz is going to play.
Jim, the other news this weekend, the massive news that came out for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Big Bucks news.
Cole Anthony, he agreed to a buyout with the Memphis Grizzlies, and has he signed with the Milwaukee Bucks? Last I saw, he was expected to sign.
I don't know if he has to clear waivers first, technically. I don't know if he's gone through that process quite yet, but he is expected to sign a 1-year deal with the Bucks sometime soon.
Does that move the needle for you, Jim?
I mean, I think you kind of explained it all. He's getting bought out, so the team he was traded to said, no, thank you. A team that his dad played for, they're like, nah, I don't even care about that. The vibes aren't even worth it. And then he's going to clear waivers, so everyone's going to look at his contract and say, pass. The only thing I'll say is that this is at least probably a better move than Westbrook or Paul. But at the same side of it, Paul wasn't coming here and probably not Westbrook, so this was their only move. So I'd actually say this is just better than Marcus Smart. This is a backup point guard to maybe share time with Porter Jr. It adds to their depth, but they need more frontline players.
And do you think it's only a better move because he's 25 years old?
Yeah. And he probably doesn't have the ego that, and I don't blame them, but Westbrook would have. Smart. And again, I'll go back to Chris Paul wasn't coming here, so he wanted to be out west. He wanted to be by his family. I don't think he was going to do Milwaukee.
Jim, do you have any near-death experiences? That's the other thing we asked about.
Other than
Ryan
today,
I saw that
eating a nut, and
it was a cookie with nuts in it.
Classic Ryan.
It was a cookie with nuts in it.
Yeah, I haven't. The closest was where I remember being on the road with like my Dodge Daytona, and we hit all ice, and we basically it felt like we spun all the way around at like 30 miles per hour, and then like we're back on the road straight. So like one of those things where like it wasn't near death because nothing bad happened, but it scared the bejesus out of us. I would say that's the closest to near death.
That is scary. Jim, before you go, tell us about Ho Chunk.
Yeah, go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Winners win millions of dollars every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Then maybe you can afford to go to Noah's Ark. Because good Lord, it's a pricey trip.
Thanks, Jim. We appreciate you taking the time and enjoy the water park.
Bye.
That was Jim Rutledge.
In his swim shirt.
In his swim shirt.
I don't get the criticism for the swim shirt, to be honest.
We're not hating on it. I mean, kind of.
You're pointing a lot of attention to it.
You know, I've actually heard people. I've heard of people literally wearing like, what are those like a surfer bodysuit, like a full thing,
rash guard.
Yeah, like to a water park because then it
that,
protects them from the germs.
That's not a bad idea at all.
I don't know if it really protects them from
does
the
it protect you from the pee in the pool? Like kids are peeing in the pool.
Yeah, no doubt.
Adults are peeing in the pool. Like
crap.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it makes it feel better, at least, at the end of the day. You can convince yourself that it's doing something.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like taking a handful of Benadryl.
The Benadryl did some. 150 milligrams.
It's working.
Do you know what?
I can breathe a little better.
Yeah, it worked.
Do you know what actually doesn't get talked about enough that is disgusting?
No.
The bathrooms at like pools and water parks, the grossest.
Because they're wet?
Yes. It's like if you go in there with like no shoes on, oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, you got to have the sandals. You got to have like 2 pairs of shoes if you go to a water park.
I think honestly, like this might be the dorkiest thing, but the move to go to a water park, like Jim was saying, he was wearing a swim shirt because it's hot and sunny and he doesn't want
sunscreen,
to. Right.
Yeah. You have to dry off before you put the sunscreen on. 100%.
But like the move might be to wear like full suits and you're like protected and you don't really got to wear a ton of sunscreen other than like your face and your ears and stuff. But then also water shoes.
Yeah.
Ryan, you seem like a water shoes guy.
He does.
No.
Seems like the kind of guy who goes hanging out with his friends on a boat. He's like, I wore my water shoes.
No, I definitely use. I mean, back in the day when I was like 10, when I was still wearing my swim shirts, you bet I was wearing water shoes.
My kids will be wearing swim shirts when we go to Arizona next month.
Does your swimsuit have like cargo pockets so you can keep your EpiPen?
It did. That was before I needed an EpiPen, though. But yeah, it had
before
cargo.
you found out you needed an EpiPen. Let's be real.
Sort of, yeah.
Wait, did you almost die before? Because I feel like you kind of alluded to an experience that like
7 years ago.
Almost died.
Yeah, well, there was
High
7
school?
years ago was the third time I had an allergic reaction.
Yeah, I would start checking your cookies, dog.
That time it was a protein bar. Time before it was an almond spread, and the time before that was
How did you get fooled by almond spread? It's in the name.
Or any kind of
I'll
like
be honest,
spread.
My grandma gave it to me, and I just didn't ask questions. I thought my grandma was going to take good care of me.
Had your best interest at heart.
Yeah, I thought she knew. I thought she knew better.
Now you've told me the story about the protein bar. That was your mom that gave you the protein bar.
Sort of.
wasn't
There
it?
was a mix-up of like she packed multiple lunches for me, my brother, and my friend, and my brother's friend actually, and we were all at work together, and I think it just got mixed up somewhere, and it was just in the wrong bag. I don't really know. That day was truly a blur. That day was a true panic.
That was your closest you've ever
That was the day
experienced
I
death.
didn't have my EpiPen when I was going through the allergic reaction.
Well, you wouldn't have used it apparently.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
Someone have some Benadryl, please.
This time I definitely would have used it. This was a real This was a full on hazmat suit. Let's go priority level 5. Whatever you need.
Hazmat suit.
Whatever helps you breathe at that point. I don't know, Molly. I was freaking out.
Oxygen tank.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's got his scuba gear
The
on with his
little
water shoes.
hoses up his nose.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I shouldn't be laughing.
What? We're imagining Ryan with it.
Yeah, it's
Because
funny
he
if
had
it's
a
me.
protein bar that had an almond in it.
He's just trying to get
Oh, those
jacked.
sneaky cashews.
He's just trying to get jacked, and look what happens. He almost dies.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make it through a day at work. 12-hour day.
All right. This is Jim and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. The biggest games,
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
the most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honey's to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honey's experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
This is our crew.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Every pitch, every strike, every hit.
Fly ball right field. Hit a ton. We're tied.
Hear the call of every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Back at the track. Get up. Get up. Get out of here. Gone.
Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Yeah. I used to be down. I used to be down and I have a friend. It was like Groundhog Day. Why is that?
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton hanging out with you in the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studios. Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
Oh, okay. Guys, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
Not sure where that came from.
I just missed it this weekend.
Oh, I get you.
I crushed a couple, but no one asked what I was going to do if the mountains were blue.
That is fair. That is fair. And you had a cabin weekend this past weekend.
Yeah, it was good. Just kind of relaxed. It was like on a farm. Like you could, if you have a horse, you could board your horse at this Airbnb.
Oh.
So like there was like horses walking around in the background all the time. Like it was very serene.
Did you ride any horses?
No, but I met one named Bob. 29-year-old Bob. It's a good-looking horse.
That's a horse that's older than me.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe.
But he was 29-year-old, like in normal years, not like horse years?
Yeah, no, normal years.
So that's like 1,000 in horse years.
It's an old horse,
I
but
don't
he was
know.
being
I don't know
ridden
what
when I
horse
met
years
him. So like this horse clearly was in good shape still.
Okay.
He was being ridden when I
It was a
met him.
rescue, and they had
Oh,
brought
Bobby.
him back from malnourishment too. A strong, healthy horse, Bob.
Oh, what a nice story.
Started working on
Yeah, it was a
Carbon
fun
World
story,
Health.
but it was a really great little weekend.
And getting his hydrofacials at Carbon
Yeah,
World
he
Health. That's why he
was.
looks so good.
Yeah,
He was.
absolutely.
Getting that
Should've-
Botox.
Bob, your skin is glowing.
Sexy Bob.
But yeah, it was really nice. Little
That's good.
cabin trip. A bunch of cold Coors Lights, and no one asked me about the mountains or anything. I just drank them in silence.
God.
Like a real jerk. But it was beautiful. The horses wandering around and grazing and stuff, so tough to beat.
You are like disheveled right now. I can't. Like your hair is messed up right now. You've got a lot of floof. You got one headphone on one side. Like I don't really know what's going on here. Yes, shake it out for the YouTube stream. Remember, you can always stream us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. But time now for Throwing Stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
So, guys, there was a story I was really excited about coming into the show today. I saw this on Sunday that Uno was actually being put in as a table game at certain Las Vegas casinos coming up here pretty soon. But
reverse.
Yeah, it turns out that this there was a big reverse on this one. Got community noted on Twitter. Or
What does
X,
that
as
mean?
It's called now. It means readers added true context of what was going on. So apparently this was really just more as like a promotional gag. It was being added for the Uno Social Club in a temporary setup at the Palms Casino Resort from July 18th to the 20th. It was a special promotion aimed at enhancing game night experiences in Las Vegas, I guess.
It's fun.
But also it just made me think about, like, all right, had this been real, what is the one, like, board game, card game, game night type game that you would be willing to do, like, competitively? Like, you'd put money on yourself to go out and win, like, it's poker. Like, what's the one that you're anteing up for yourself? Now, I don't know if I necessarily have one for myself, but back in the day, there was a card game named Golf that I would play at family reunions, and I would just absolutely run my family members into the ground. I would just take all their, like, beans or whatever we were playing for, like jelly beans.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't playing for any real money, but I was pretty confident in my skills back in the day.
I have absolutely nothing because every time that we play a board game or a card game, especially card games don't make sense to me. Like, I just can't. There's math always involved. I can't do it. I typically lose every game. Like, I feel like I'm just mid. I'm not, like, I don't have a strategy mind, right? Like,
You're the Dak Prescott of board games.
I am literally the Dak Prescott of board games, okay? So the other day we were actually playing Clue, and I pride myself on being really good at Clue. I mean, you know, good enough in, like, my mid family, right? To be good at Clue.
My mid family.
I mean, we're more than mid, but it's fine. I got beat. Well, we all got beat by our 12-year-old. Twice we got beat. Like, and I was like, I was crushing it too. I was like, oh, I got the weapon circle. I got the room circle. Now all I need is it Scarlet or is it Peacock? Like, that's where I was at, right?
Colonel Mustard.
Exactly. Like, I was close, but I'm mid at everything. So, like, honestly, there's nothing. Uno, I guess I could probably be good at. I haven't played Uno in a minute, though.
It's been, honestly, I was thinking about that too. Like, I've probably played Uno twice in the last decade. I feel like that's a game you only play, like, before the age of 15. Oh, if you play it after that, like, you're really into Uno.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to Las Vegas to go play Uno, like these people.
I
Matt?
would do it.
Euchre.
Euchre?
I've never played Euchre.
Like,
It's very Wisconsin
It's
of
kind
you.
of a different thing because you need a partner, and then you've got two other people that you play against, so it's not like at a true table. It's like a heads-up game.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I think I'm so good at Euchre.
Would you have a specific teammate that you'd play it with? Or could you just pair up with anyone and get it done? Like you and Becca? The doubles, mixed doubles champions?
My buddy Gilby. I play with him we go on a cabin trip with our wives, and we have like a running game against our wives.
That's fun.
Like,
You guys
and
have an
we
all-time
have the
record?
tally for like 5 years.
Do you know what the record is?
I don't exactly know, but we have like a mini trophy that has the exact record that the winners get to keep.
Okay, next time you go up to the cabin, we need a photo.
Yeah,
we need
2
to
weeks.
know.
2 weeks.
We need to know where the exact tally is for that.
And so it's a minimum of 7 games per like trip. So, and we're on our 5th year, going into our 6th, so we've got to have at least 35 games under our belt right now. And me and Gilby definitely, the first year we routed them. So super confident in euchre. I also played a weird board game this weekend that I haven't played since I was a child. Don't Break the Ice.
Oh, love
Remember
that game.
where you get the little hammer and have to knock the pieces out?
Oh, yeah, it's like Clue style type game.
So my wife,
not Clue.
No, it's a hammer game. Anyway, my wife beat everybody at the cabin. I took down Jen, so ipso facto, I beat everybody. I was 1-0, but technically I was the champion.
There you go.
1-0, baby.
What's the doctor game? The Operation. Operation.
Yeah, Operation. Yep.
Also
that's
an elite
it.
game.
I haven't played that one in a minute either, but we'll be back tomorrow.
We'll see ya.
See ya. Copied you.
There's nothing like when you get that part.